Hello, everybody. My name is Bobby, and today I'll be going over Augustine's philosophies in today's classroom. He was also known as Saint Augustine and Augustine of Hippo, and wrote works such as Confessions, City of God, and The Teacher or De Magistro. Before we jump into his philosophies, I'd like to look at a little bit of who he was. So he's born in North Africa in 354 and lived through 430. Uh, he had a tumultuous relationship with his dad, so he really attached himself to his mother, her Christian faith, and really adopted that faith and became a Christian later on, which guided the rest of his life. Although he taught in many different places, his teaching in Hippo was very impactful to him because the student body was so incredibly diverse that it caused him to have to kind of adjust his process to make sure that the learning and academics were accessible to everybody. Although Augustine had many different practices and theories, the ones that I want to focus on today are the ones that impact today's classroom in terms of the educational environment. And he left us with these six like guideposts. So number one is just readiness to learn. And he believed that students should be amenable to the learning process and that it was the instructor's responsibility to ensure that students were prepared and ready to learn and kind of excited to engage in the process and prepared. Secondly, he believed that the environment should be appropriate for the students and comfortable, and it should be appropriate for the academics that they were going to engage in. He also believed that students should have clear expectations. So that means that students know what's expected of them during the lesson, what they're going to cover, and even after the lesson, what they would be responsible for. The fourth one here is just that the academics should be interesting and motivating, and that the instructor should create some sort of a hook and excitement for students when they're about to engage in the process to get them ready to go and ready to learn. He also, for the fifth one, believed that instructional practices should be flexible to the students. So, whatever they need, he believed that the instructors should be able to adjust to make sure that students were actually absorbing and connecting with the information that was being presented to them. And this last one, number six here, is probably one of the most important for him, and that is that the students get to know the instructor, but also that the instructor gets to know the students well enough so that the instructor can have an impact in the other five areas, knowing what their interests and motivations are, knowing what kind of environment is comfortable for them, and how to communicate that readiness and expectations for them was very important, especially for diverse classrooms. And we see today highly diverse classrooms where this would be very beneficial for not only the students, but the instructor as well. Um, this last part here is just really, he broke the mold for his time when instructors were lecturing and students were forced to stand. Uh, Augustine believed that the content should be fun and engaging. Students were of, allowed to sit down and lounge and be comfortable during the lesson. He also wanted them to collaborate with each other and the instructor and share their experiences and to build relationships with the entire learning community. Augustine also wanted to make sure that students were reflecting on the process and engaging in that higher order thinking, and to grow world citizens who would go out and impact their communities for the better. I think all of this stuff is important for our student populations today, especially in our very diverse classrooms. Thank you so much for listening. These are the sources that I used, and all of the images were sourced through Canva and available for legal public distribution. Thank you so much and have a great day.